What's up YouTube, Broken Day Gaming here, coming at you with a Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links leak video. Now, first of all, before I get the video started, I know it's been a few weeks since I've uploaded, and I do want to apologize for that. I just haven't really been in the mood to really upload, and plus I've been playing a lot of PS4 games recently, so yeah, so that's the reason why I haven't been uploading recently, but that's all going to change today, because we have most of the cards leaked for the new main box, which is called Witch's Sorcery. Now, usually we get main box reveals, or box reveals towards the end of the month. This is really early, considering it's like the middle of the month, when the KC Grand Tournament just ended yesterday. Yeah, so we're gonna check out some of these cards, and yeah, we're gonna get right into it. So first things first, we're gonna take a look at Dark Magician Girl, the Dragon Knight, and many people were speculating that this card was going to be in a main box at some point, and so here we are. So this is a level 7 dragon type fusion monster, which requires a Dark Magician Girl and 1 dragon monster. Basically the same requirements as, or similar requirements as Dark Cavalry. So this card must be fusion summoned with the above materials or with the Eye of Timaeus, just like Dark Cavalry. Per turn, quick effect, you send 1 card from your hand to the graveyard. Eventually, 1 face-up card on the field to destroy that target. This is excellent for getting rid of problematic boss monsters, or spell traps such as Dark Magical Circle. First it comes to mind. So, really good card. Definitely you are. Next up, we're going to take a look at PREDAPLANT Chimera Rafflesia. So this is the first time we're getting PREDAPLANTs in Duel Links. Now, in the TCG, way back in the day, PREDAPLANTs were a very meta deck, and they were very problematic to deal with. So you can see maybe PREDAPLANTs, possibly like tier 3, maybe in like a rogue. But also we'll have to wait and see when this box comes out. So anyways, Chimera Rafflesia is a dark attribute level 7 plant type fusion monster. 2500 attack, 2000 defense. The requirements are 1 PREDAPLANT monster and 1 dark monster. And once per turn, you can target 1 monster on the field with a level less than or equal to this card, banish it. When an attack is declared involving this card and an opponent's face-up monster, you can activate this effect. Until the end of this turn, that opponent's monster loses 1000 attack, and if it does, this card gains 1000 attack. Really good. Once per turn during the next standby phase, after this card was sent to the graveyard, you can add 1 polymerization spell card or fusion spell card from the deck to your hand. So this is a solid UR box card. Allows you to essentially banish level 7 or lower monsters. It does target though, but I think despite it being a target effect, it is still a very good effect, because you can banish pretty much almost any card your opponent summons. And then during the attack, basically essentially becomes a 3500 attack monster. And on top of that, your opponent's monster loses 1000 attack. So that it could definitely give you the win right there. And then the fact that it adds a polymerization after it gets destroyed. Unfortunately, it is during the standby phase, so sometimes you might actually, lose before you actually gain that effect. But still a solid UR box card for PREDAPLANT. Next UR card we're going to take a look at is called Battle Wasp Hama the Conquering Bow. Now this is an Arc 5 card. I don't remember the character who used Battle Wasp, but it was during the Synchro arc of Yu-Gi-Oh! Arc 5. Battle Wasp Hama the Conquering Bow is a level 8 win there. Battle Wasp Hama the Conquering Bow, I can't speak today. It's a level 8 wind attribute synchro monster, 2800 attack, 2000 defense. Requires one tuner monster and one or more non-tuner monsters, so basically a generic level 8 synchro. If this card was synchro summoned using a synchro monster as material, it can make a second attack during each battle phase. You can only use each of the following effects of Battle Wasp Hama the Conquering Bow once per turn. First effect: when this card inflicts battle damage to your opponent, you can make all monsters your opponent controls currently lose 1000 attack and defense. At the end of the battle phase, if your opponent has not taken any battle damage this phase, you can inflict 300 damage to your opponent from each Battle Wasp in your graveyard. Okay, so first effect, really good. Alright, so first and second effects are honestly really good. The fact that when you inflict damage, like all monsters your opponent controls lose that's attack and defense, is really solid. Because if you have other Battle Wasps on the field, they can easily get over the rest of your opponent's monsters. And if your opponent didn't take any damage during the battle phase, like if they Kairoided or something, or Spirit Reboed, then you can inflict damage. You can still inflict damage, effect damage. So, like no matter what, if you summon into this card, you're gonna be able to get some kind of battle damage off to your opponent. And the fact that it can make a second attack if you use a secret monster, which so like I said, you still got Kairoided, gets Fuke Reboed. Like no matter what, you're gonna be able to get some kind of damage off, unless it gets destroyed or something. So really good generic Battle Wasp, and because it's a generic level 8 monster, it could still see a lot of play in most decks that use synchro monsters. So overall, like I said, really good card. Next UR card we're gonna take a look at is some prophecy support, which I haven't gone along in a while. High Priestess of Prophecy, level 7 light attribute spellcaster effect monster, 2500 attack, 2100 defense. Its effect is you can reveal 3 spellbook spells in your hand, special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can banish 1 spellbook spell from your hand or graveyard, target a card in the field, destroy it. Excellent card, really good card for spellbooks. There's already a lot of spellbook spells in Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel Links, and they were a very high tier meta deck way back in the day when spellbooks first came out. So this is honestly a really good. I think probably gonna see a little bit of play in spellbooks. Because like I said, there's already a lot of spellbook cards in Duel Links. So the fact that you can feel free to summon it, honestly, not all that bad. Considering it's really easy to get into most of your spellbook cards. And then, like I said again, banishing spellbook card, not that big of a deal, considering there's a lot of spells in Duel Links, a lot of spellbooks. So really good effect. Probably gonna be like a 1 maybe 2 of at most in most spellbook decks. Next UR card we're gonna take a look at is the first WITCHCRAFTER support that we got, and I'm probably gonna butcher this card's name, but we got WITCHCRAFTER Shimeta. Again, I only butchered that, so please forgive me. Now, she is a level 4 fire attribute spellcaster effect monster, 1800 attack, 600 defense. Its effect is, during the main phase, quick effect, you contribute this card, trigger 1 spell, or discard a spell, my bad. Special summon 1 WITCHCRAFTER monster from your deck, except a copy of herself. You can banish this card from the graveyard, send a WITCHCRAFTER card from your deck to the graveyard, except her. Only uses this effect once per turn. So obviously this is going to be a 3 of the deck, because you can tribute her off, discard a spell, and special summon any WITCHCRAFTER from your deck. So obviously it's going to allow you to go into your big girls. Such as Madame Very, which I'm going to discuss next. So this obviously probably gonna be a 3 of. Considering that there's not that many WITCHCRAFTER cards that got revealed. So definitely gonna be obviously went to Madame Very. Now I played a little bit of WITCHCRAFTERs in the TCG, so I kind of know how they work. But it would be nice to see some more WITCHCRAFTER support, because there's so far only 3 monsters from the giant archetype that is in this main box, or that's gotten revealed so far. So yeah, solid card. Not much else to say. So let's move on to the next one. Next card we're going to take a look at is WITCHCRAFTER Madame Very. She is a level 8 light attribute spellcaster effect monster, 1000 attack, 2000 defense. During damage calculation, if your spellcast monster battles an opponent's monster, quick effect, you're going to reveal any number of spells with different names in your hand, and if you do, your battling monster gains 1000 attack and defense for each card revealed until the end of the turn. Second effect, quick effect. You discard 1 spell, negate the effects of all face-up monsters your opponent currently controls until the end of the turn. Only use each effect once per turn. So I'm just gonna go off a limb. The second effect, really good, because you can negate every spell, every face-up monster your opponent controls. So first things that come to mind, obviously it doesn't stop your monster from attacking, but some of the effects really good, because you can stop Cyber Dragons from, you can stop Core from getting like Cyber Level Fusion. You can stop Dark Magicians from getting Rod, or no, you can negate Rod from getting Circle or Navigation, or a Navi in your hand. What else? Stop Blue Eyes. I know there's other cards, but those are what come to mind at first. Now the fact that it's 2000 defense and 1000 attack, Does mean you're probably not going to be attacking with it very often. I'm also going to have it in defense mode. But the fact that you can reveal any number of spells with different names, and then again it does an attack and defense. So if you reveal, say, 2 different Witchcrafter spells, or there's 2 different spells in general, bam, 3k beater. And then give your other monster like 2,000 times, it'd be like another 3k beater. So, let's see. Yeah, it does last another turn. So, but still, really good effect. Solid card. Probably another 2 of, maybe. And on to the next card. So next UR card we're going to take a look at is the first equip spell of the box, Evil Eye of Selene. Now this is the first Evil Eye support that we're getting in this box. This is another link-based deck. So you know, just like Goku's were in the previous mini box. So we're gonna see if honestly, I think Evil Eyes are gonna do way better than Goku's. Certain Evil Eyes don't necessarily need to go on Link monsters often, but you know, we're gonna see. So we're gonna take a look at the support. You know, make that content. So, Evil Eye of Selene is an equip spell card, and it states that you can equip only to an Evil Eye monster. It cannot be destroyed by battle or your opponent's card effects. So, excellent protection from everything. Also, your opponent cannot target it with card effects. Now, that's really good. Also, each time you activate the equipped monster's effect, or you activate another Evil Eye spell or trap card, the equipped monster gains 500 attack. Also really good. And if it does, you lose 500 life points. This attack gain remains even if it's clears the field. If this card is in your graveyard, you pay 1,000 life points, banish the Evil Eye spell track from the graveyard, except the card itself, set this card. Only activate this if you use this effect once per turn. Now this card, obviously going to be a 3 of, no doubt. Considering that Evil Eye of Selene is basically what the entire deck revolves around. Essentially, if you don't have Evil Eye of Selene, you can't really go into some of your combos, into some of your plays. So, obviously, definite 3F in the deck. The fact that monster gains, it keeps the attack points even if it gets moved, like say by Cosmic Cyclone or something. Then your Evil Eye card monster still keeps that attack boost, which is really good. And then obviously, you can reset it if it ever gets sent to the graveyard, which again is really good. All right, final UR card of the that's been revealed so far in the main box is another spellbook support card, a quick spellbook of Wisdom. You can target one spellcaster monster on your field, then activate one of these effects. So first effect, that face-up monster is unaffected by other spell effects this turn, or it is unaffected by trap effects. So, really good card for spellbooks. You basically protect it from getting. If I'm not mistaken, I do believe it protects it from everything. So it definitely can't be targeted by, say, Treacherous Trap Hole, I think it protects stuff from Floodgate. Not 100% sure. But yeah, obviously, solid support card for spellbooks. And it just makes another spellbook card that we got. Alright, so on to the SR cards that have been revealed in this sorcery so far. We're going to take a look at High Speed Roid Kendama. As a level 6 Wind Attribute Machine type Synchro Monster, 2200 attack, 1600 defense. Generic requirements: if this card attacks a defense position monster, inflict piercing battle damage to your opponent. Only use the following effects of High Speed Roid Kendama once per turn. So first effect is you can banish one machine type monster from your graveyard and inflict 500 damage to your opponent. And if this card is in your graveyard and you control no other cards, you can special summon this card. However, you cannot normal summon or set that turn to activate this effect. So this is an okay card. I do like the fact you can inflict damage to your opponent, and the fact you can also inflict piercing battle damage. However, it is only a 2200 attack, and other opponents can get over this card fairly easily. So I don't, really. It is. Don't get me wrong, but this card is a fairly decent card for Speedroids. However, in the current meta, I don't think that it's going to be really holding itself against other meta decks. But overall, a fairly decent card. It can special summon itself, which is good. It does, however, lock you out from doing any kind of normal summons. Also, another thing about it, it stops you from normal summons, so you can still special summon. So honestly, fairly decent card. This SR card we're going to take a look at is Altergeist Marionetter. Now, honestly, I don't agree with this. I do not agree with Duel Links adding Altergeist. From what I've seen, there's only 4 Altergeist cards, 1 main deck monster, 1 synchro, and then 2 traps. Now, Altergeist is on another Link-based deck that came out during the Vrains era. However, I do not agree with Altergeist being in Duel Links. I don't think that Altergeist is doing exceptional at all. Considering that the Altergeist are a very Link-based deck, and just generally, I don't agree with the fact that Altergeist that Konami wanted to add them, and they're continuously adding Link decks in Duel Links. The Altergeist, it's just not doing it for me. So now that I've done rambling on that, take a look at the effect. It is a level 4 light spellcaster effect monster, 1600 attack, 1700 defense. When this card is normal summon, you can set any Altergeist track directly from the deck. And you can target an Altergeist card to control and an Altergeist monster in the graveyard to send that card on the field to graveyard. If you do, special summon that other monster from the graveyard. Now don't get me wrong, Altergeist Marionetter is a very good card for Altergeist, because it allows you to set trap cards directly from your deck. However, as I stated earlier, there's only Marinator's the only main deck monster so far, and if they added like a few more monsters, I would be inclined to obviously make a deck of it. However, there's only so much you can do with 4 cards from a box. So obviously, it's not going to be a playable deck. But assuming that we do get Altergeist support in the mini box or the main box, they'll obviously be playable. But I just don't see why Altergeist are in this main box. So next SR we're going to take a look at is Iperia. There's a level 2 Earth attribute reptile effect monster, 500 attack and defense. If this card is summoned, draw a card. You can only use this effect once per turn. Not really much else to say about that. Next SR card is Medusa, Watcher of Evil Eye. So this is the first, and I believe only, this is the only SR Evil Eye monster. So she is a level 4 Dark Fiend type effect monster, 1400 attack, 1600 defense. When this card is normal summoned, you can target an Evil Eye card in your graveyard, except Medusa, add it to your hand. Obviously, Evil Eye Sling target. If this card is equipped with Evil Eye with Selene, quick effect, you can target one monster in your opponent's graveyard, banish it. Only use this effect of Medusa once per turn. Once per turn during this next number phase, after this effect was activated, banish a card from your graveyard. Now, as I stated earlier with Evil Eye with Selene, it is the core of the Evil Eye archetype. As it says, if it is equipped with Evil Eye with Selene, then you get that following effect. And it can also target. Now, also the first effect when it's summoned is really good because you can add any Evil Eye card in your graveyard. Obviously, if you have Selene in the graveyard, you're obviously going to target that. So then you can automatically equip it to Medusa. But you can also gain any of the other Evil Eye cards. But yeah, I would say probably solid 2-3 of in the deck. Yeah. Next SR card we're going to take a look at is Primitive Butterfly. It's a level 5 wind attribute insect type effect monster. 1200 attack, 900 defense. If you control no monsters, you can summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you increase the level of all insect type monsters you control by 1. Really decent card. Not much else to say. Probably gonna be used in battle wasps, considering they're all insects. Yeah. Next card we'll take a look at is WITCHCRAFTER Pitor. It is a level 3 water attribute spellcaster type effect monster. 1000 attack, 1500 defense. Its first effect is built into. It's the same effect as WITCHCRAFTER, as the fire WITCHCRAFTER monster. Other effect is you can banish this card from your graveyard, draw a card, then send a WITCHCRAFTER monster from your hand. Wait a minute. Then send the WITCHCRAFTER from your hand to the graveyard, or if you have none, banish your entire hand. So that effect is kind of similar to Allure of Darkness, in terms of if you don't have a dark monster, you can get rid of your entire hand. So this card is similar, whereas if you don't have any WITCHCRAFTERs in your hand, you can instead get rid of your entire hand. Which that is a WITCHCRAFTER card. But yeah, overall, fairly decent card. I'd say another 2 of, probably maybe 3 of, considering there's not that many WITCHCRAFTER monsters in this box. So third to last SR card we're gonna take a look at is the field spell Evil Eye Domain Pareidolia. When this card is activated, you add 1 Evil Eye monster from your deck to your hand. Once per turn during damage calculation, if your Evil Eye monster is attacked, while Evil Eye Celine is in your spell trap zone, you can make that battle damage you take from this battle also inflicted to your opponent. If this card in the field zone is destroyed by a card effect, you can target 1 Evil Eye monster in your graveyard and add it to your hand. Only activates effect per turn. Really solid field spell card. There's not many bad things about it. It's activated, you can get Evil Eye to your hand. You can inflict the same amount of damage to your opponent that you took if you have Evil Eye Celine on the field. And then you get another Evil Eye card or monster from your give it to your hand if it gets destroyed. So I'd say another 3 of. Really solid field spell. Second to last SR card we're going to take a look at is called PREDAPLANT. And it can special summon 1 PREDAPLANT monster from your hand, then set a Predap card from your deck to your... Wait, hold on. Special summon 1 PREDAPLANT monster from your hand, then add a Predap card from your deck to your hand. It's another copy of itself. Also, for the rest of the turn, after this card resolves, you cannot special summon monsters from the extra deck except fusion monsters. So PREDAPLANT is an excellent card. Because basically, you're supposed to summon a card. Because not only can you supposed to summon a PREDAPLANT from your hand, you can also add a Preda card from your deck to your hand at the same time. So that's really good. And then the fact you can only supposed to summon fusion monsters is not that bad, considering PREDAPLANTs, only do fusion summons. So that doesn't really matter. So, PREDAPLANT, very good card. Final SR card, and the only trap SR card that we have is called Chain Hole. And when your opponent activates a monster effect in response to a card or effect activation, you can negate that opponent's effect. Then your opponent can banish 1 card from their hand or deck with the same original name as that negated card. And if they do not, you can banish a random card from their hand. So we have yet another hole trap card, and to be quite honest, I like the card. However, it's a bit situational, because obviously there has to already be a chain activated before this card even gets activated. And then so it would obviously be, I believe, chain like 2 or 3, because there has to be a chain in effect already, which is what's called chain hole. But yeah, if there is, so those monster. Yeah, it's a very situational card. Has to be your opponent's monster effect. If it was like a spell or trap effect, then it'd be a lot better of a card, I would say. But considering it has to be only monster effects, it's, like I said, it's gonna be very situational, and there's not really gonna be that many situations where you're gonna need to really use this effect. And plus, there's better negations anyway, like Ultimate Providence. So it's gonna do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, Be sure to smash that like button down below. Hit the red subscribe button. Comment what your favorite card, what your chase card is going to be down below. And I'll see y'all